Hey everyone, welcome back to English Voice Podcast. I'm Elena, and today we have an episode that I think is going to be really empowering because we are talking about something that can sometimes feel surprisingly difficult to put into words.
And I'm Jax, and Elena, I think you know exactly what I mean, because today we're talking about achievements. And in my experience, a lot of people, especially in English as their second language, find it much easier to talk about their problems and struggles than to talk about the things they are proud of.
That is such a true observation. Today's episode is all about how to talk about achievements in English, your own achievements, and also how to respond when someone shares theirs with you. We are going to cover the vocabulary, the grammar, the natural phrases, and most importantly, how to talk about your accomplishments in a way that feels confident without feeling like bragging.
And that balance is so important because in English-speaking cultures, there is often a fine line between confidently sharing something you are proud of and sounding arrogant. Today, we're going to learn exactly how to walk that line gracefully.
Let's start with the grammar. When we talk about achievements, we are usually talking about things that happened in the past and are now complete. So the simple past and present perfect are our main tools, and understanding when to use each one really matters here.
Simple past for specific completed achievements at a specific time. I graduated from university last year. She won an award for her work in 2023. He finished the marathon in under 4 hours. They launched their business in the spring. These have a specific time attached, and the simple past fits perfectly.
Present perfect for achievements without a specific time, or achievements that connect to your life as a whole, your identity, your ongoing story. I have managed to build a really successful career. She has achieved so much in such a short time. He has worked incredibly hard to get where he is. They have accomplished something really special together. The present perfect makes the achievement feel like part of who you are now, not just something that happened once.
And here's a really useful distinction. I passed my exam last week. Simple past, specific time, simple fact. I have passed all of my exams so far. Present perfect, part of an ongoing story, an accumulation of success. The present perfect often sounds more reflective, more meaningful, more connected to growth and identity.
And then let's talk about vocabulary, the words that describe achievements and accomplishments in English. Because having a rich vocabulary here lets you describe your achievements with precision and with the right emotional tone.
Words for the achievement itself: accomplishment, achievement, milestone, breakthrough, success, win, triumph, victory, feat, goal. A milestone is a significant point in a journey: graduating, getting a first job, reaching a certain age or stage. A breakthrough is a moment of sudden, important progress, especially after a period of struggle. A feat is an achievement that required impressive skill or effort.
It was a huge milestone for me. That was a real breakthrough moment in my career. Finishing that project was quite a feat considering everything that was going on at the time. These words add depth and specificity. They tell the listener not just what happened, but what kind of achievement it was, and that signals its significance.
Now let's talk about verbs for achieving. Achieve, accomplish, reach, attain, earn, win, complete, succeed in, manage to, pull off, land. Land is a really nice informal verb, especially for jobs, opportunities, or deals. I landed my dream job. She landed a really exciting client. Pull off is also great for something difficult that you managed to do successfully despite the odds. We pulled off the event even though we had almost no time to prepare.
And now let's talk about how to actually share an achievement in conversation, because there's a real art to doing this naturally and gracefully. The first technique is what I would call the soft opener. This is a phrase that introduces the achievement gently, almost casually, before revealing the substance.
So actually, funny you should mention that. I have some news. I am really happy to say that. I do not want to make a big deal out of this, but something that I'm really proud of is I've been meaning to share this. These openers create a natural conversational entry point. They don't announce the achievement loudly. They ease into it.
And then, once you've opened the door, you can share the achievement itself with appropriate warmth. I recently got promoted at work, which I'm really happy about. I finally finished the course I've been working on for the past year. I just found out that my application was successful. We managed to hit a target that we had been working toward for months.
And here's something really important, adding context about the journey, not just the result. This is what transforms a simple statement into a meaningful share. It took a lot of hard work, but I finally got there. After months of trying, it finally happened. It's been a long road, but I'm really proud of how far I've come. I almost gave up a few times, but I'm so glad I kept going.
I love those journey phrases because they show vulnerability and effort, not just outcome. And in English-speaking culture, the story of the struggle often makes the achievement feel more relatable and more impressive, not less. People connect with effort and persistence much more than with effortless success.
Now let's talk about expressing how the achievement makes you feel, because the emotional layer is what makes sharing an achievement feel genuine rather than just informational.
I am really proud of myself for this one. I cannot quite believe it, to be honest. It feels like such a relief after everything. I am genuinely thrilled about this. It means a lot to me, especially after everything I've been through this year. I feel like all the hard work was finally worth it. Honestly, I'm still a bit in shock.
That phrase, "still a bit in shock," is so natural for big achievements. It expresses that the news feels almost too good to fully process yet, and "I cannot quite believe it" is wonderfully humble. It shows that even though you worked hard for this, it still feels a little surreal.
Now, let's talk about how to soften an achievement so it doesn't feel like bragging, because this is the part so many learners worry about. And honestly, native English speakers worry about this too. There's a whole set of phrases designed specifically for this purpose.
I know this might sound like I'm bragging, but I'm not trying to make a big thing of it, but this probably sounds small, but it means a lot to me. I don't usually share things like this, but I'm really happy about it. I'll be honest, I worked really hard for this, so I'm allowing myself to feel proud.
That last one, allowing myself to feel proud, is such a beautiful phrase. It acknowledges that some people feel guilty or uncomfortable being proud of themselves, and it gives both the speaker and the listener permission for that pride to exist without apology. It's honest and emotionally mature.
Another great softening technique, sharing credit. None of this would have happened without the support of my team. I couldn't have done this without my family's support. A lot of people helped me along the way, and I'm really grateful to all of them. This was a real team effort. Sharing credit doesn't diminish your achievement. It actually makes you sound more gracious and more likable, while still clearly communicating that something good happened to you.
Now let's talk about a different but equally important skill: how to respond when someone else shares an achievement with you. Because being a good listener and responder in these moments is just as important as being able to share your own news well.
That is amazing. Congratulations. I am so happy for you. That is such great news. You absolutely deserve this. Wow, that is incredible. Well done. I am really proud of you. This is so well deserved given everything you have put into it. You must be over the moon.
Over the moon! That is such a lovely English expression meaning extremely happy, delighted, thrilled. You must be over the moon. I bet you are over the moon about this. It's a warm, enthusiastic phrase that really conveys shared joy.
and for asking more about the achievement, showing genuine interest. How does it feel? Tell me everything. What is the next step from here? How are you celebrating? You must have worked so hard for this. How long have you been working toward it? These follow-up questions show that you care not just about the news itself, but about the person's experience of it.
Now, let's talk about a slightly more complex but really important situation, talking about achievements in a professional context, such as in a job interview, a performance review, or networking conversation. Because here, the tone shifts slightly. It can be a little more direct and a little more structured, while still being natural.
One of the most useful structures here is what is sometimes called the situation-action-result format, though you do not need to know that term to use it naturally. You describe the situation or challenge, what you did about it, and what happened as a result.
For example, when I joined the team, we were really struggling to meet our targets. I introduced a new approach to how we organized our work, and within 6 months, we had not only met our targets, but exceeded them by a significant margin. Notice the structure: the challenge, the action taken, the result achieved. This is incredibly persuasive and very natural in professional English.
Other useful professional achievement phrases: I was responsible for, I played a key role in, I successfully led, I was recognized for, I contributed significantly to, I was awarded, I exceeded expectations in terms of, the project I led resulted in. These phrases are confident, clear, and appropriately professional without sounding arrogant.
Now let's do a full practice. I am going to share an achievement, including the journey, the feelings, and a touch of humility, and I want you to notice every technique we have discussed.
Go ahead, Elena.
So, I actually have some news that I am really excited to share. I know this might sound like a small thing to some people, but it means a lot to me. I recently finished writing something I had been working on and off, for almost 2 years. There were so many times I almost gave up on it completely, but I kept coming back to it, and last week I finally finished the whole thing.
That is wonderful, Elena. How does it feel?
Honestly, I am still a bit in shock. It feels like such a relief, but also strange because it has been part of my life for so long. I could not have done it without the support of a few close friends who kept encouraging me when I wanted to quit. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm allowing myself to actually feel that, which is something I'm still getting used to.
That is amazing. Congratulations. You absolutely deserve to feel proud. 2 years is such a long journey. What is the next step for you now?
Thank you so much. Honestly, right now, I'm just enjoying having finished it before I think about what comes next.
That exchange was perfect. The soft opener, the journey, the feelings, the humility, the shared credit, and then a warm, genuinely interested response with congratulations, validation, and a thoughtful follow-up question. That is exactly what a real achievement conversation sounds like in English.
Let's finish with a complete toolkit of achievement phrases organized by category for your own conversations.
Opening your news. Actually, I have some news. I am really happy to say that. Something I am proud of is, I do not want to make a big deal of this, but I have been meaning to share this.
Describing the journey. It took a lot of hard work. After months of trying, I almost gave up a few times. It has been a long road. I kept coming back to it.
Expressing feelings. I am really proud of myself. I cannot quite believe it. It feels like such a relief. I am still a bit in shock. I am allowing myself to feel proud.
Softening and sharing credit. I know this might sound like bragging, but none of this would have happened without. A lot of people helped me along the way. This was a real team effort.
Responding to others. That's amazing. Congratulations. I am so happy for you. You absolutely deserve this.
You must be over the moon. How does it feel? Tell me everything.
And the most important sentence of all, every single person listening to this podcast, practicing every day, showing up even when it's hard, that's an achievement too. And you are allowed to feel proud of that.
That is the perfect note to end on. All right, everyone, talk about your achievements, big and small. Share your journey. Allow yourself to feel proud and celebrate other people's wins as generously as you would want them to celebrate yours.
Thank you so much for listening to English Voice Podcast. If this episode helped you, please share it with a friend who's learning English. And honestly, if you have achieved something recently, big or small, take a moment today to acknowledge it.
Keep practicing every single day. Every step forward is worth celebrating. We will see you in the very next episode. Bye, everyone.